everyone, welcome back to Spark Plugin's YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how you can build a bio site or LinkTree alternative on your Squarespace website. You might want to do this for a variety of reasons, but a lot of people do love using LinkTree, but it guides all the traffic to LinkTree, not to your personal website. But if you create something similar on your personal website, it drives all the traffic to your site, which who doesn't love that? So I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is add a blank page, and I'm just going to add it to not linked, and I'm going to do blank page. And I'm going to call it links so we know that it's that. And then we're going to go to it. I actually added 2 pages on accident. Oops. And then we want it to look like, blank, so we can add whatever we want to it. So we need to remove the header and the footer. So the way we're going to do that is go to settings on this page and then go to navigation, and we can actually hide the header and footer here and click save. So as you can see, there's no header or footer. And then I'm going to go ahead and click on edit. And from here, we can start adding sections to our page. So we can actually add things like, our logo and stuff. So I'm going to make it a blank section, and then I'm going to add a block, and I'm going to add an image. And let's look in our library because I think I have our logo in here. So I'm going to click on our logo, and then I'm going to add it here. As you can see, that's the logo, and we can change the size of it a bit. And that is usually kind of what's like at the top of these LinkTree or bio site pages. And then we can also add buttons. The buttons can have different places that they go to. I'm going to duplicate these buttons for now, and then I'll show you what we can do. So let's say we wanted like 4 links, right? And then we can go over here to this link, and we can add the URL to wherever it goes. So if it was like Instagram, YouTube, whatever it is, you could have that there. And then of course we can, edit the text. And then let's do our website. The buttons got smaller because I added different text to it, but you can expand them a bit again. You can play around with it however you'd like. I want my buttons to be a bit wider, so I'm going to do that. And then let's make them evenly spaced out again. Now, let's say you wanted to add your social media icons instead of having this. So let's say we didn't want YouTube and Instagram. We just wanted like more resources, our website. Then we could also add our social media links over here. So as you could see, we could add it like so. I'm just kind of adjusting it. Now this looks pretty boring, so I'm going to show you how we can customize it a bit with Spark Plugin. So now if we click on the Spark Plugin icon, we can customize these buttons and honestly anything on here a little bit more. We can change them from border, shadow. There's a couple different ones, but I want a gradient, and we can change the font size if we wanted to. I'm going to keep it as is. We can change the width, the height, and we can add a hover speed if we wanted an animation speed. Then we can go on the social links, and we could turn that on, and we can change the icon color, the background color if we wanted to, make it like stand out a little bit more. Let's make the icon color white. We can make them have different kinds of corners. You can change the size. So this, obviously I was trying to change the size earlier, but it wasn't working. You can add a border if you wanted to, and so on, all without code. Obviously, there's so much more that you could do, but this is just a little example of how you can make a page on your Squarespace website to be a bio site or LinkTree alternative. And there you have it. Now you know how to build a bio site or LinkTree alternative on your Squarespace website. If you found this video helpful, make sure you like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified for more Squarespace tips and tricks. I'll see you next time.